Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the Ferrari Racing Burago 118 scale driven by Sebastian Vettel, the Ferrari S15-T. A really cool looking model, certainly one I was very happy to receive as a Christmas present. Definitely a great gift, that's for sure. What's interesting to me about this is that it's a Burago Formula One model. To my knowledge, normally the Ferrari Formula Ones have been done by Hot Wheels, and then Mini Champs and Spark have done the other car brands, Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, etc. The detail on this looks fantastic, and the other thing, which I probably shouldn't know because it's a Christmas present, but I do know, is that the price on this was between $100 and $130. So rounding up and saying it was $130, that places this significantly cheaper than a lot of the other Formula One brands out there. Hopefully the quality is going to be just the same. It looks, at least visually, like it's a fantastic job by Burago, and that makes me very excited because I miss cheap Formula One models. I miss cheap car models in general. They've been going up and up in price in recent years, and I don't understand why, and I don't know how it's justified. To give an example, I'm quite a big Lewis Hamilton fan. A Lewis Hamilton model retail is very hard to find for less than $220, $250. And that to me is just ludicrous money. You're spending a large amount for essentially a car model. So at least this was a lot more reasonably priced. Certainly looks really cool. In terms of packaging, it's got the standard Burago style packaging with the Ferrari Racing logo on the side there, Italian colours. Nice shot of Sebastian Vettel, someone who I think is actually quite a dick. I'm not a big fan of his, particularly when he was at Red Bull. I think he was an absolute jerk and ass. Having said that, when he moved to Ferrari, to me it was like Ferrari were the good guys with Alonso. Vettel comes in and they turn into the bad guys. And for some reason, I really like him at Ferrari. I love the way the car looks. I like the helmet design. I like Vettel at Ferrari. I was actually going for him this year, which is a little ironic. The only time I don't like him is when he opens his mouth and, Forza Ferrari, shut up, just drive, don't talk, and you'll have a lot more fans, I think. But a really cool model, very excited to get this opened up and out of packaging. And just having a quick look on the back, we see the other figures that they release. We've got 1/43 scale, we've got pretty much that's it, and then a 132 as well. One thing I really like about this model, and I love with all my Formula One models, is having the driver in the car. And a lot of the other Formula One models out there, especially the Burago ones, don't have that driver, and it gets a little bit annoying. But at least this is die-cast metal with plastic parts and 118, just the way I like it. So let's get it opened up. Okay, and here we've got the car opened up and out of packaging, and honestly, this is an incredible model. If you're looking for a good gift for someone or you're a collector yourself, 100% I think this is a must-have. Very, very cool model indeed. Lots of great detail on this thing. Very, very lucky to have it. It's actually a really good-looking car. It's probably one of my favourite Ferraris, at least of recent memory. Certainly, I think scales really well and looks great. Also, love the colour scheme on it. I think the sponsors, everything. Burago did a fantastic job. I think it's a really, really, a shock. It's actually a lot nicer than a lot of the Hot Wheels Formula One cars, on par, easy with the Mini Champs, which I didn't think I would be saying over a Burago model. And I guess just a lower shot so you can see some of the details on this thing. I think the nose was a much bigger improvement. Reminds me a little bit of a platypus, if I'm honest. But at least the car is very sleek, very smooth. No, or not too many winglets and aerodynamic rubbish that make the cars look absolutely terrible, in my opinion. Comes with the Pirelli P0 tyres as well. Lots of cool sponsors and everything. A really great model. Sebastian Vettel, to his credit, did an excellent job this year. I think he really just, he was impressive. I mean, Fernando Alonso had built the team up and then left just in time to go to the appalling and abysmal McLaren and leave Vettel to claim the glory. But to his credit, he completely demoralised Kimi. He drove really well, winning, I can't remember if it was one or two races, definitely one, I know. But yeah, really awesome. One thing I noticed too that impressed me is when he first drove the 2012 Ferrari, you watch him drive that and he gives so much feedback to the engineers and everyone. It sort of just showed that there is more to him than just having a good Red Bull car behind those four-wheel titles. He is quite a skilled driver which I guess being German, you would expect of him. Nice shot of the car from the side there. It's a really good looking car and a really impressive model as well by Burago. I think this is definitely the best Formula One I've got in a little while, to be honest. Just for comparison, I've got it here with some of the other Formula Ones in my collection. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the 2012 horribly ugly Ferrari, probably the ugliest of all time, and it's a little bit bigger than Kimi's 2007 world title winning car. I think the colour scheme is the best. It's like a cross between these two. I love the maroon, dark red on the Kimi car, but I just prefer this one a lot more. A really great model if you can find it, well worth picking up. Great price, great detail, great present, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review on the Burago Ferrari Racing F15-T.